Um,
Mind you, I've been
Hi.
up since 6.
You have?
Yeah, just like I went to sleep super early last night and I was like, okay, amazing. I'll wake up at like super early in the morning and I'll have like my breakfast made, coffee made, girl. And I was like,
6 is good.
6 is great, but then I spent like, well, it's Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's interesting because like the first thing I did when I woke up was like I checked my phone to see if any purchases had come in from yesterday, and then I started like kind of like not doom scrolling because I kind of like to watch like really
Mm.
funny things on my phone. But then everyone was like DMing me different things, like did you see this? Did you see that? Like Dochi at what's the festival? Glastonbury?
Oh, Glastonbury is this weekend. Yeah, in the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
So Dochi wearing Vivienne Westwood like head to toe, and then Jordan Grossman from Clothes DMing me about Renee Plant, the lady who bought the Diana dress. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
So
Oh.
a lot. And Sam Wolf, Dochi's stylist, has me blocked on Instagram. Did I tell you?
What? What?
Yeah. Are we starting off like that?
We are starting off like that. Wait, what? Why?
I have suspicions. So I.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, yes. Please, please. What are your suspicions? My mind
So
is reeling right now.
okay,
I
so
have many thoughts.
right. So Jordan yesterday sent me a text message, and she's like, "Hey, look, Dochi is wearing this rare Vivienne Westwood set that Naomi Campbell wore for spring summer 1994," and she was like,
Ooh.
where did they get it from? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm like I've seen pieces here and there, you know what I mean? And then today,
Yeah.
because I follow the Vivienne Westwood account, I'm like I saw that everything was like a lot of the pieces were custom made for Dochi. And
Mm.
when was it? Something. Oh, right. I was unboxing this Louis Vuitton New Age traveler bag, that crocodile like monstrosity thing.
Yeah, with all the like bits and tassels
Yeah,
and things. That
it
thing.
looks like an Alien versus Predator like accessory. And someone was like, "Oh, Dochi would look great for this, or she would. It's perfect for her." And Dochi, like I've supplied pieces to her in the past. Like she was worn some Gautier and some Comme des Garçons from me. But like
Yeah.
that's it. And I was like, oh, let me look up like who's styling Dochi right now. And Sam Wolf came up, right? And so in the comment section, I was gonna be like, oh, like like cheekily like paging Sam Wolf and tag him just in case, who knows. But I was
Yeah.
like, I was about to tag him and he didn't pop up. So I was like, that's weird. I'm like, I don't know. And then I looked at cause I have a personal account on IG and I was like, oh, let me see if like
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, let's see. So he has me blocked on both my personal and my business. And so I started thinking, I was like, have I ever worked with Sam? And I think I did. So Sam used to style Avril Lavigne, right? Was he doing Avril for a bit?
Oh. Oh, I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did. I'm gonna look it up right now because
Okay.
um I'm pretty sure he did. Like that like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
We did,
He
right?
did.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So,
and Lotto and BB Rexa. And I know him mostly obviously from
hmm
styling Dochi because obviously
yeah.
she's like massive right now.
Yeah.
But I also know him from styling Janae Aiko. He styles Janae as well. So but yeah, I
Mm.
just Googled it and yeah, it's yeah. Oh
Yeah. Yeah. So then it all started coming back, and I was like, what happened? Like, what, between Sam and I know that Sam is like, I think like a protege as well of Law Roach.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Sam used to work for, yeah. I think Sam used to
I was
work
checking
for,
to see if I was blocked, and I'm not.
I think I went off on Sam one day because he either didn't return pieces on time, or he started like yelling at me because he wanted items like on the spot, and I like I set a boundary, and this must have been like
Yeah.
years ago, so this was probably like, because I think he and I worked together with Avril in 2022 when she wore one of our pieces from us here. And
Yes.
I don't know. It was, I mean, yeah, but he and I must have had like a spat of words, because I remember distinctly like telling him I'm okay with never working with you again. Like, I'm okay with that. Cause yeah, it was, I don't know who listened to this, but yeah. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, he's like, he was like, are you, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, he was like, are you like willing to throw away like all of these, like, I don't know, years that we've known each other and things like that, or like worked with each other? And I was like, I'm fine. Like, I never have to, I'm okay with never working with you again. And, that's why it didn't ring a bell. Like, I was like, it was like put all the way in like the recesses of my mind, that I was like, oh, like whatever, like and I told Jordan that I was like, oh, I can't see Sam's IG because he's blocked me on everything. And Jordan was like, she was like, what? She was like, you're like the nicest.
Like, what?
Jordan was like, you're like the nicest person ever. And I'm like, I mean, I am, but I'm also not, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I do have, like an attitude. I know myself, you know what I mean? And I think I'm very protective with clothing, and I'm very protective about like the pieces. I don't personally care if you don't have to like me, that's fine. But, I think Sam and I got to the point where it got very personal, and
Ooh.
and that was that was it. But it's interesting, and I mean, he's doing a fantastic job with Doechii.
He really is.
She's the perfect client to try all these like weird things out, because she's so confident, and she's so she's in it to win it, and when you have that type of client, like, the sky is the limit. It's like, budget's no issue, look is no issue. So yeah, but I thought it was funny that coincidentally she literally wore the bondage boots, the animal toe bondage boots. That I received yesterday, and I'm like, unbeknownst to me.
Did she wear them? Did she wear them with that Glastonbury look?
Yeah, they were
separate.
No, she wore them in red. So for the Glastonbury looks, they were all custom Vivienne Westwood. The McAndrews kilts.
I'm looking at it right now.
That's never been done. Yeah. So that cut.
Oh, I'm just seeing, which is very, very, very cool. So a running sort of like gag in her performances, especially, which we saw, was that the Grammys performance where she wore all the Thom Browne and she stripped off all the Thom Browne pieces. So that's kind of like a running gag, I think, like in her stage performance. But, so it looks like she starts off in like the full sort of look, and then she like breaks it down and takes pieces off. But what I really love here is, and we'll put some images up for YouTube, but in like the final like little like bralette stage, she's got the orb, like they're pasties.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Wait, I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. I know exactly what set this is, like that you were referencing that Naomi wore. Because I think Did you go when you were, did you see that Naomi exhibit in London?
No, I didn't go.
Okay.
At the V&A?
I think that they had some of that look there. I'm trying to remember if they did or not, but I know exactly what look this is. But
yeah.
It's never, I've never seen it before done. It's really cute.
Yeah.
She's so cute. Oh, I see the boots now. Yeah, the red ones. And you just got the white and the black ones in, right? It's like,
yeah.
Yep, there they are. You're like, oh, wait, these?
These? Oh, these? Wait, what are you talking about? These?
That's so funny. So that's a pair, right? They're not two different pair, or they're two different pairs?
It's two different pairs, yeah. We have them in black and in white. One of my clients, she dropped them off yesterday, and the running gag is that I thrifted them, you know? But she dropped them off, and she dropped off a couple of other, like, really fantastic things.
Cool.
Yeah, so, but yeah, sure, like, I guess, I don't know, weird alignment, you know what I mean? I'm like, because then everyone started texting me and DMing me and then, like, leaving comments like, oh my God, like, don't you just wore this, da 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 da, and I'm just like, whoa, like, cool, I guess. I mean, the only reason, cool, I guess.
Well, you know, like, this is my favorite thing for people that I think have, like, been with us for a while, like, listening to this podcast. Also, like, my friends, my industry friends, you, like, everyone knows that this is my favorite thing to discuss is, like, one, like, stylist drama, and then two, really for me is, like, how stylists, like, behave. And, like, how we're all, I mean, we really are, like, so different. And, I mean, we've talked about this how many times before, where there's so many different, like, iterations of stylists, or so many different, like, facets to, you know, this job. And, like, some stylists only do musicians, some stylists only do personal shopping. Like, there's such a wide network of us.
Yes.
And my favorite thing is, like, hearing about how stylists, like, behave in the real world, whether it's with our vendors, like working with people like you or Jordan or tailors. I've heard crazy stories about stylists and tailors.
God.
Just like, remember I told you that one?
Yes.
I told you that one story.
Yes.
Yep. And I just heard another, like, recent crazy one. And so it's just, like, it blows my mind sometimes that, like, I mean, but that's the thing, right? It's like you said it. It's like we're all human. We all, like, make decisions, and, you know, it's if you back in the day in 2022 working with, you know, Sam Wolf, and made the decision to like I'm good. I don't need to work with you or Avril Lavigne anymore.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't. It wasn't even. Like, it wasn't even with Avril. It was just. Yeah.
We can get into that, like, maybe at a later date.
Sure. Nothing.
But nothing I've done that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've all made those choices and decisions where it's, you know, it's like, like, you know, and you have to set boundaries, right? And it's like, we were all younger then. We all kind of.
I'm like, I don't work for you. You know what I mean? It's like, you know who told me that? Because I exploded on, oh my God, it's so funny. This is another Avril thing.
Well, should we break this down today?
No, we have so much to talk about. Like, we cannot talk about Avril being there or not being there. You know the conspiracy theory that, like, Avril has been, like, replaced.
Have we talked about this before? I feel like I don't think we have. I think we have. But it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite conspiracy theories. Everyone, please look this up. Wait, Johnny, like, give us, like, a quick, like, rundown of what it is, because it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know it better than I do, but the summation of it is basically that, like, Avril, like, the real Avril died many years ago, and who we are currently
years.
And who we're currently seeing is Avril's body double. I don't know. Like, where this, like, I mean, I guess it's a conspiracy reason for a theory, so it's all based on a conspiracy. And I want to know if she's aware of this theory, like Avril.
She has to be. She
Yeah,
has to
right?
be. Like, yeah, I feel like there's no way. I mean, it was like, I mean, I think it was like a huge, like very popular conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
but I mean, because I think the same thing, I think it's like kind of the same thing as Paul McCartney. Like there's one that's like says that Paul McCartney isn't the real Paul McCartney, that it's but it's like another like body double or like a replaced, like a different Paul, let's say.
Kind of
but
like Elvis isn't really dead type. But by this point,
yeah, Tupac's not dead. I mean, I love, you know me, I love a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I know you do. But talking about like the relationship between vendors and stylists, right? I have learned to behave basically, because I remember one time Chelsea like got mad at me because we were doing this photo shoot. I think it was like with Numero and Avril Lavigne, and
well, that's how I learned that people's boundaries were something that were out of my control. It's like how people react to me is out of my control. So let me not be the reason why you blow up on me. You know what I mean? So I remember, so Chelsea was very clear. She was like, I do not work for you. I have my own business to run. And, I understood from that moment on that I could only control my reaction to how things were going outside, So the thing with stylists, and I understand, it's like they're on a very tight deadline, and sometimes, and I'm the same way too. I'm like, I want things and I wanted them yesterday, so why aren't you answering me? But the world doesn't revolve around me. But yeah, that's but Chelsea taught me about that. That was the first and last time that she ever had to say that to me, and that's the ethos that I've taken with all of my relationship with other stylists and other clients. Like, I'm like, okay, I think it does become difficult when people are late on their payments, because it's like, oh, now you're really starting to affect me. So why am I feeling like I'm bothering you for something that you were supposed to give me, rightfully so, weeks ago,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to make a TikTok and be like, oh, go ahead.
What? No, go ahead.
I kind of wanted to make a TikTok about the boots, like a follow up on these bondage boots, because someone commented and they were like, "Oh my god, like Doechii just wore them," and I'm like, "Yeah, like I wish I'd known, but unfortunately I'm blocked. I don't know why." I just wanted to be messy.
Wait, was I talking to you? Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to you about like something in regards to like personal, and this obviously like I think can it kind of plays like everywhere, but I was having like an issue and I was basically like, oh, like I kind of want to be messy and like send this text and like start some shit. And my friend was like, something that I've learned and like ask myself is like, is this helpful?
I said that to you.
Was that you?
Yes.
That was you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so, because I was like, wait, I was about to like say to you, like, okay, like make your TikTok, but like,
right,
would that be helpful? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think that would like completely blow up the bridge? You know what I mean? Like, with Sam,
okay,
you're already blocked. So
you're right. All right. Yeah. Let me not be that person online. I think.
No, I mean, it's like fun sometimes, but it's like, I think that question is, I've actually like used it since we had that conversation. But yeah, it's like, is creating the mess or like being cheeky, is it helpful?
Right. Good. No, thank you for reminding me.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
I can't give a straight example of when it is helpful. Yeah, I actually used that. I'm not even kidding you. I used it last week. I was about to start some shit, and then I was like, is this helpful, or do I just like not even? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
look at therapy working on.
Look at us.
Look at.
Oh my god, we're growing.
Oh my god, yeah, no kidding. I saw something. I don't know what this is about. Like, you probably know it more than I do. It's this one guy. He rides the metro, and it's with like a bunch of other like personalities, and they're interviewing each other with like the card, like the metro card. And one of them asks, it's like a show. It's like I don't know what it is, but like one of them is asking the other. It's like
on the train. It's what's that guy's name? Kareem. His name is Kareem, and he has the like. It's like, oh, like, what's your hot take? That. Yeah. I think it's called like train takes. I don't know, but yeah, his name's Kareem. He's cool. I love that.
So he has a. Is
that what you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah. What's your hot take? He asks this guest.
Yeah.
And the hot take that the guest provides is like, you don't have to monetize off of all of your hobbies. And I'm like, like that. You know, I think we've been talking about like what we're doing here. We're just having a conversation. We're discussing fashion. Yeah. We're discussing like, you know, events, yada, yada. And I'm like, I love that. It definitely, I heard that. And I'm like, in what other areas of my life can I apply this suggestion towards, you know, like, or to, like making hats. I'm like, I have hats that I haven't fulfilled because I'm like, well, is this going to sell? And it impedes me from doing it, you know, because my mind is already in the outcome, like the financial gain of it all. I'm like, you know, or reading a book, like I'm not necessarily monetizing off of it, but like, I'm already in like the outcome of it. Like, well, what am I going to learn from this? And I never pick up the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't make the time for it. So I've been applying, you know, that mantra to a lot of things. And, you know, I think we talk about the podcast, the Fitting Room Pod, and us like reinstating this because there's so much to discuss. Like, I want to hear from you if you had the chance to review the Dior show.
I did.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I did. And you know what's kind of crazy is I was kind of behind. Like, I'm not even shitting you. Like, I literally looked at it this morning because I was like, oh, was up a little earlier than I planned. The dogs like woke me up, and I was like just kind of in bed, and I was like, oh, looking at Instagram, and then I was like, you know what, I haven't. This person that I follow had like posted a bunch of the looks, and I was like, oh wait, like I need to like look at it because I'd really only absorbed what like brief moments I saw like the day of. And so I went in and I looked at it, and I saw this really cool interview with Jonathan Anderson where he was talking about, it was like a little blip of him discussing how he went back to the original Dior logo and how back in the day, like, because everything was like block letter, like typeface, there was a lot of imperfections in the way that things were printed back then. So he was like, what we did is we went in and we fixed some of the imperfection, like in that original logo. And he was like, but we left some because ultimately, you know, couture is supposed to be like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But there are also, because everything is handmade, there are slight actions and I just like, he's such a genius. Like, I am such a fan of his. And I watched that little like interview blip, and I was just like, I like, it just reinvigorated my admiration for him, because I was like, yeah, how easy is it to like change the logo, to like take off, you know, the accent mark of Celine, or, you know, to like do all these things that like designers do when they come into a house and they want to like make it their own. But there was something really cool I thought about him going back to the like OG Dior logo. And so that's obviously to start. Now, speaking to the clothes, I think I need to revisit it. I liked what I saw a lot. I think it was a very strong start to him being at the house. I am not a huge fan of like sort of the more like military style coats or like band jackety coats, you know, with like all the buttons and like regalia and, you know, epaulets and you know, that kind of stuff, I feel it's just sometimes can feel too like Sergeant Pepper-y for me,
Do you know
or
how
like
much those?
like not even Victorian, like Marie Antoinette shit. Like I just that's not my thing. But I appreciate it, and I thought some of the looks were cool. Like I liked how some of the more formal jackets were paired with denim. I think he does that really well, pairing more formal pieces with, you know, sort of casual. I liked the styling a lot of the show. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was a really strong start. I'm excited to see obviously where it goes. But yeah, what about you?
Did you? Well, I mean, I wanted to. I'm glad you brought up the military style coats because guess how much they're going to retail for?
Oh God, I don't even know. Off the top of my dome, like not
Mm-hmm.
having seen any numbers,
Mm-hmm.
I would say for more of the like longer, intricate ones, I don't know, I'm gonna guess like 17,000.
Close, close, close. 21,000
So
euro.
I
Euro.
I wasn't over. I wasn't
Yeah,
over. Okay.
yeah.
Like Price is Right.
The
Like Price
price
is
is
Right
right.
style. I wasn't over. We should like make that like a regular
We
segment where
should,
you
yeah.
like
Guess how much it is. Yeah,
guess how much this is.
20.
Actually, yeah, let's do it. That's so fun.
So,
Okay, so I guess 17, it's 21. Wow.
21,000 euro for the, like, they're being called the Manteau Revolution, the Revolution jacket, and it comes
Mm-hmm.
in
Sure.
navy and tan, and each will be 21,000 euro. Vests are going to be 19,000 euro, a vest, and this one vest, apparently, like, it was striped. It must be intricately made. Something's up with it because it's
Yeah.
retailing for 35,000 euro, the vest. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay. Will you send me that photo? We'll put it up too for YouTube so people can see which one we're
yeah,
talking about.
absolutely, yeah. i'm
Um,
getting I'm getting these from
a vest is more than one of the coats. Wow. Yeah, it
yeah,
has to be like fully embroidered or something
bro,
funny.
I know,
That's
wild.
that's a lot of money, Johnny. Like 21,000 euro? That's what, like
35,000 euro for a vest. 35,000 euro for a vest.
yeah,
So a lot of this is being,
that's
I mean, okay, so it's no secret, right, that these big houses make their money off of alcohol and beauty. Like, the fashion is really not like, I would love to, we always talk about this, like, I would love to see the numbers, really, because
right,
how much
right.
money are they bringing in from, how much do they expect to be bringing in from this ready to wear? So, like, the catalog that I just sent you, it's all for pre-order, by the way. So
Mhm.
the special pieces, so I'm eager to see, right? There was a comment that someone made about the denim that he just showed, and
Mm,
how he made a classic, like, he's known for these, like, very classic structures, and for making, like,
yeah.
the it piece, so
Mhm.
I do like what you said. I heard, I was watching an interview with him the other day, and he was talking about the plate, the invite, the plate with the eggs, and
Yeah,
why
yeah, yeah,
and why
yeah.
he chose that reference in particular. He wanted it to look like a still life. I mean, I love, he has a very beautiful mind. He's
Yes,
an
he does.
intellectual without coming across as like snobby, and you
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
and it's the love for history, right? It's like, I feel that
Mhm.
it's what the girlies need. Like, I just made a reference. I'm like, if people were to just crack open a book, you'd probably be better at thrifting. You'd
Yeah,
probably be better
yeah,
at knowing what you're looking at if you studied before. But we live in a
yeah.
world where sound bites and quick 10-second reels are where people get their news
Yeah.
clips from, which is fine if that's
Mhm.
if that's you, but, like, always go deeper. And I feel like that's what Jonathan Anderson's doing at Dior right now. The opening look, it referenced two iconic silhouettes that Monsieur
Mm-hmm.
Dior created, and I wanted to take. Oh, did you see Sabrina Carpenter? What she wore to the show? What did you think?
I did.
Hmm.
I thought she looked really cute. I will say I thought she looked really cute. I actually really liked her hair.
Why? I love how you're talking as if
Yeah,
like you're walking on eggshells right now.
I
What?
yeah. I mean, not really. Like we can get into it. I'm just like, it's so funny that you asked me because I literally saw that image this morning too. So my brain is like still trying to compute as to like
Process it,
what.
yeah.
Yeah. I will say I thought that the fit was off. I didn't like the
Hmm.
tailoring of it. Like it
Hmm.
looked, and who knows? Like maybe they didn't get a pre-fit. I can't imagine that they
Hmm.
didn't. But I'm like trying to like be nice about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was something that was like off in the tailoring for me, and good good lord, did
Uh-huh.
I hate that fucking shoe. The shoe,
Ah.
everything, I was like, she looks so cute. This is
Uh-huh.
really like a nice look for her. I'm tired of seeing her in that like little, sort of like 50s, like Barbie bustier, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's always in like a panty or a mini
Yeah.
skirt, or it's like
Yeah.
it's very much that for me, and I really appreciated that they went for something different.
Yeah. Someone said that
But
that's the look she should have worn on the Met Gala, like for the Met Gala.
100,000%.
I agree.
I
Hmm.
hated her Met Gala
Even
outfit.
she
But
hated
um
it. Did you?
yeah, I know. You could tell too, like you could tell like in her interviews on the carpet, it was like, oh girl's like not
Yeah.
happy. But
Yeah.
as as of that, honestly, like speaking to the Met Gala outfit in particular, because her whole thing was like, oh well, Pharrell said that because I'm petite,
Right.
that he didn't want me to be in all of this like fabric and da da da, and that's why she was like not wearing pants, or she had the same little silhouette like bathing suit whatever on. And yes, as a small person, there are proportions and silhouette is very important. I mean, it's important for everyone. I am so tired of seeing her in like an ugly fucking shoe. Every
Um.
single shoe that this poor girl has worn is ugly. And it's,
Mm,
everything is a platform, everything, da da da. Like this, back to the Dior outfit,
yeah.
the like nude satin peep toe platform heel. I i there's not much that I hate more than that shoe.
Mm.
I just like really like, the girls know, like I do not like a peep toe. It's
Mm.
not. I rarely think that a peep toe works.
I did not know this about you.
um Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
anyways, I let's get back to the tailor and have a second fitting, and let's change that shoe, babe. But other than that, I thought it was nice. It was nice to see her in something different, and I think that that's why I kind of stalled out for a second, because I was like, oh wait, yeah, like
I love that she
yeah,
wore a corset underneath the. I mean, it
yeah,
was a reference to the 1947 bar jacket look that Dior.
yeah.
I mean, the Dior new look. My only issue with
Mm-hmm.
this and the Dove Gray, which is for those of like for the listeners that don't know, Dove Gray is it's the color of the Dior Maison. And my only thing with this is the pleats. My friend pointed it out, like the pleats on her skirt. There's something like incongruent about it. Like it doesn't, I feel like
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know. They're too thick.
yeah,
I think, I feel
yeah.
like but that's me being overly like critical. I'm not but I agree with you as well. I
That's what
think
we're here for.
true, true, true. True. I feel like the pleats themselves could have been a bit more refined. But
I see
like,
what you mean. Yeah.
and possibly like The jacket maybe like slightly shorter, but overall, I mean, is she carrying a Lady Dior bag? Ah, she's carrying a Lady Dior bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little black Dior bag. Which, by the way, speaking on another Dior incident that happened this week, says Diana's Dior bag sold at auction for $325,000. And Yael and I were
Oh,
there
my
too.
whistle alerted the dogs.
Oh,
Sorry. No.
how how niche.
They were like, what? What are we doing? No, go lay down. I was whistling about a very expensive handbag. I was not calling you. Oh, that's a lot of money.
A
Yeah,
lot
wow,
of
wow,
money.
wow.
I posted it on TikTok where it went viral. I think it has over like 263,000 views on it. Someone commented and they were like, "That's how much I owe Sally Mae," and then someone else was like, "That's as much as a house," and I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah.
That one of the bidders in the auction this past Thursday was Renee Plant. So Renee Plant, as I came to find out, is the founder of the Princess Diana Museum. She's an Australian. She met Princess Diana in when she was 18 years old, when Renee was 18 years old. And Diana was wearing the caring dress, that floral number from 1988.
Yes.
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 Renee was the one our listeners have probably seen the viral clip now that I posted it as well, but Elizabeth Holmes, who is a author who covers royal family doings, etc., her clip of Renee's reaction went completely viral, and you see it in the video. She like Renee throws herself onto the floor after successfully bidding on the dress, which went for $525,000, over $500,000 for one piece. Renee spent $1.9 million at that auction that day on approximately 32 items of Princess Diana. She
Oh,
took
that's
out
way more than I was expecting. That's many more pieces than I was like, oh, probably like 6 pieces.
Yeah, no. She made out with if
okay, good.
if what I'm reading, if what I read was correct this morning on People, because I've been doing the research on her, she took out a fourth mortgage on her home to be able to purchase these pieces. Yeah. So this lady is no joke. Yeah.
I don't
What's up? Tell me
know
about that. What
how
are your thoughts?
I feel about that.
Yeah? Why?
I would not, I mean, I'm not a business manager. I know nothing about stocks or like,
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about investment, a decent amount on this podcast in regards to
Yeah.
fashion, but if I would have advised against that. That's if you can't, like, we talk about it, right? It's like,
Yeah.
weren't we talking about this? Was this last episode or just like in recently? It's like,
Life.
or maybe it was after we were recording. I think we were like yapping for a little bit longer because, of course, an hour or so
It's
is
not
enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about, like price points and like it's that old adage. Is that how you say that word?
I think so,
Adage? Yeah.
Girl, you're speaking to the foreigner here. I don't English is my second language. Sure.
Right? No, I think it's adage.
Okay.
It's adage. I just like had like a stroke for a
it's okay.
But yeah, so it's that old adage where, it's like if you have to look at the price tag, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
So it's like to hear that this woman took out multiple mortgages on her home, like and yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all because it's also like, how are you is like like I'm just thinking about how is she going to make that money back? How, like, is she going to sell those pieces?
So
do you think is
so
if
Renee
she's putting them
Plant,
in that museum, how many people like how many people are going to have to visit this museum in order for her to make that money?
yeah, I mean, she was there with her husband, and she told, oh girl, it was not Brooke, it was a spectacle. I I mean, it was very interesting because I remember getting up that morning and I was like, oh, I don't want to go. Like I'm like, what am I gonna, But only because it was so early and I had like very little sleep. But then I was like, my second thought was like, this is like you have
You
to
gotta
go.
go.
You have to go. You have to go see
Yeah.
this. Like it's like your
Yeah.
colleagues are there, your coworkers, yada yada. And so you like the Peninsula Hotel did a very great job at accommodating everyone there, and there was champagne, there was coffee, like the works, and it was like
Mhm.
one news cycle after another. Like KTLA 5, Good Morning LA was there, People, Hello magazine was there, and
Yeah.
this was the fourth lot. Okay, the Caring dress, this 1988 Belleville Sassoon dress,
Whoa.
was the fourth lot. 10:30 in the morning, I believe we had started, and this woman had already spent $500,000 before noon. We were like, who? Everyone in the room was like, who is she? But apparently, she is known to do this. She's known to remortgage her home. And I did a quick search, like very briefly, because I was editing videos as the auction was happening, and I was uploading them onto our socials. And someone the Princess Diana Museum reached out and they commented and they were like so thrilled that we finally have this dress because they'd been petitioning people to donate to their museum so that the dress could go home to them.
Yeah.
So, and this is a direct quote from Renee Plant to People magazine. When you see them, the items in question, when you see them go for so little, you can't not preserve them, if that makes any sense, because we're not rich, we're not wealthy. This is all from donations. We always mortgage our house when we do this kind of stuff. So this is, yeah, I mean, hey, I don't know. I feel like this, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything, right? Obviously it's not a judgment. Like you said, I'm not gonna stay in other people's pockets. That's one thing that I don't like to do. But
Yeah. That's a good.
you know what I mean? But I'm like, is this like, are you okay? Like, are you
But yeah, are you okay,
are you
girl? Like,
okay?
is that
Yeah. But we all have our things,
oh,
we all have our vices. So
we
she,
do.
you know.
Listen, babe, Klarna, people are like buying like
me,
Costco hot dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
me,
oh, I'm gonna mortgage my house for the 19th time to get
yeah,
this fucking like bag.
yeah.
Okay. Like people, you know what? Every money
Hey, yo, the universe
I
is
was
not
just
on
about
a.
to say, like, this is all fantasy. This is all
Yeah,
made up. Like, nothing's real.
listen, the
Why am
universe.
I like worked up?
Well, because you're my friend. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
true. And
I.
I'm like, that sounds insane to me, but
Yeah, I say this all the time. Like, nothing is real. Like, this is a dream that we're living. And
yeah.
also, I want to say, right? It's like the universe is not on a budget, so ask. You know what I mean? Like, ask, and like, who knows? All
Yeah.
right.
Good point.
So
Good point.
that was that. I did. I thoroughly enjoyed myself watching the auctions. I wanted to buy
Yeah.
something.
Did you bid on anything?
I wanted to, and then
Oh.
Priscilla, I wanted to buy one of Diana's dress, Princess Diana's dress. And, it was like it was in my budget. It was like $5,000, and Priscilla didn't let me buy it. She was like, "What are we gonna do with it? Like, what are we da da da?" And I'm like, "It's like legacy. Like, you know what I mean?" I'm like, "You just own it." But then she's right. Like we have other inventory that we need to look at. I think
Yeah. Jesus. The dogs. Again, these fucking dogs. I told you he brought in his bowl. You
oh,
ate
oh,
breakfast. What are you doing? Hold
oh,
on,
is he
stand.
is he maybe thirsty?
No, there's water in there. He brought in his food bowl. It's so weird. He's hungry.
Mm,
Yeah, okay. So Priscilla was like, "What are we gonna do with this dress?" That
yeah.
I
Well, I think, I think there's a difference then too, right, between ego buying and store buying. Like, that's how I'm looking at things. I'm like, okay, is this because I've done the whole ego buying, and I can tell you that some of those ego pieces are still here, and I'm like, bro, why did I do that? But I think you get wrapped up in the moment, like, especially when other people are cheering you on, and you just like, but yeah, it was very interesting to see, and it was interesting to like, and it garnered a lot of like people's attention too, like a lot of people, and it feels a little dystopian, and I think maybe you can relate. Like, I'm like watching this auction. This lady just bid almost $1 million on a couple of items, and people are being kidnapped on the street. I'm like, I looked over at Priscilla and I was like, what in the fucking Hunger Games is going on here right now?
Literally.
But it's just, someone, I ran into my friend Jamila. She used to have her own magazine, and she writes, I think, for like Vogue or Harper's. And she asked me, she was like, how do you reconcile with letting go of pieces? Like, she's like, well, how can you sell the pieces that you acquire? And I'm like, because I'm not going to be here forever. Like, this is like, I joke around like this all the time, but I'm just fostering these items. I'm not gonna be able to take them with me after I leave. For this whole like legacy thing for me is not like, I'd rather make something with these pieces while I'm alive than when I'm gone. Like, Law Roach said that in one of his interviews. He's like, I just hope that when I pass, someone will appreciate this collection, all of these items that I've accumulated, and he spoke in reference to the items that he acquired from Andre Leon Talley's estate when they sold it at Christie's. And it makes sense. I'm like, there's a saying in German that I love. The last shirt has no pocket. You're not going to be able to take anything with you. So just the shirt that's on your back. So yeah, but I love how we get philosophical here, but you have to. Okay,
Hey.
I know. Another thing I think that happened that I wanted to talk to you about.
There's two big things, but yes. What do you think? What do you?
Chanel. Is that no? Because I saw because the Kimbino, she posted something. Oh, she deleted it. Huh. It was Rihanna wearing Chanel. Did you see? She's like in Paris. I don't know. Maybe
the Smurfs premiere, like
blue
green thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like it looked like organza or like silk or something.
Yeah.
That thing with the ruffle.
It had a little flower. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, I want to. Okay, we don't have to talk about that. Okay.
I did like what she and Rocky had on at the Dior show though. I thought they looked really cool.
Yeah, mother to us all.
Yeah, the premiere outfit. I was like, okay, like it was fine. It was fine for me.
What did you want to touch on?
Well, I mean, for me, other than obviously like Jonathan Anderson premiere or debut at Dior, I have been. There's two like big like news things. One is like more cultural. Well, they're both like very like high culture, I think, points to discuss. But I think. Well, we'll get it. Let's do Bezos' wedding because I think we have a lot to say about Anna Wintour leaving.
Oh my God!
So yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, there's two, like, oh, my light went out. This fucking bullshit. It's so annoying.
It's okay. You look beautiful.
Oh, I know. It's just this like battery like does not. There we go. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I have a huge ring light in front of me.
Yeah, I know. Mine's at the studio, so I have like the little one, for like makeup, and I just need to have it like plugged in. But yeah, okay. So Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez got married this weekend.
Yep.
What did you, I mean, there's so much that we can like break down, but what did you think about her wedding dress and her Vogue spread? I think that's a nice, let's go there, and then we can tie into Miss Anna winning, Miss Anna Wintour leaving. Because what did you think about the dress?
Okay, the dress. Know that it was in reference to. Okay, well, first of all, I want to preface with some comments that Katie Couric made. I don't know if you saw those, but yeah,
no.
Katie
What
Couric.
does Katie Couric have to say?
Katie Couric joined the chat.
Welcome back, babe.
Welcome back, Katie Couric. I know. No, she said.
Oh my God.
Katie Couric slams Lauren Sanchez's wedding style as outdated and tacky. She says, "Oh, okay." Katie said this about Lauren. Okay, she said, "Welcome to the '80s when big hair and conspicuous consumption ruled. Apparently, tacky is back." I'm like, Katie, like, are you?
Whoa.
Katie Couric?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wow. I'm wow.
But hey, listen.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I know. I think there's been a lot of discourse on this wedding, right? Even before the actual nuptials happened, because of who, when, what, why, and the people of Venice, Italy started protesting. They did not want the Bezos to have their wedding there. The overconsumption of it all.
No.
The wedding apparently is reported to have cost $50 million. And the gown that Sanchez wore was inspired by Sofia Loren's wedding gown, I believe, and it was designed by Dolce and Gabbana.
Tomato.
And it's so interesting because I've worked with her name is Sophie. She's Lauren Sanchez's personal hairstylist. Sophie, that's how I get my news about what's going on with Lauren Sanchez. Because she's such a sweetheart. We did one photo shoot, and I loved her energy and style and work ethic. But I was I was seeing photos of the wedding happening, and the prenuptial dress that Lauren wore, the schiaparelli with the cinched bodice and then the columnal skirt, and then I was like, how do you make that look bad? Like I mean, and I'm being nice. Like you know what I mean? It's like like let's look at the dress, right? Without the woman behind it. Like let's just look at the dress, and let's like we were saying, right? Silhouette and form is something that's central to and key to our job, how we dress, our clients, etc. I'm like, you couldn't have made it shorter. Like you couldn't. She looks very like the proportions were off already.
The proportions are off.
Yeah.
No.
The proportions on that were off. And looking at the wedding gown, I mean it's what do you expect?
It's fine.
It's right. It's like she's
I
married
didn't hate it like everyone hated it. Yeah.
She's married to the wealthiest man in the world. Like it's gonna be over the top. Like, and it's her wedding day. Like, let her have her moment. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess like my take on the wedding dress is it's fine. Like honestly, here's the thing. I thought she looked nice in it. Obviously, I hate that it's Dolce and Gabbana, as we are not supporters of them in a contemporary space, only in their vintage, which we buy through resellers. We don't give them our money. It's fine. I thought the dress was really pretty. for a summer wedding in Italy, I felt like it was maybe a little heavy-handed, but it was nice to see. I will say it was nice to see her covered up a little bit. Like I thought she looked really pretty, like I thought she looked really pretty. The Schiaparelli, what a weird choice.
Yeah.
What a weird, bizarre choice. Because I saw the photo come out of that and I was like, wait, what dress is that? And I couldn't even, I didn't even remember it from the runway. But then when I went back, or somebody maybe had posted like them side by side, and I was like, how is that the same dress? And I think there's something about it like on the runway where, the proportion of it was so interesting, and like it came off of the body in a specific way,
Yeah.
and it just looked very like, I mean, so much of Daniel's work is sculptural and cool and like avant-garde in a way, and it just felt so flat to me on her. And I just think it was such a weird choice. And then it's like, they were getting like on the boat, and I was like, that's not really a dress to wear. Like, I don't know. It just felt very like such a strange choice to me. And I've seen a couple different I've seen a couple different stylists credited for her looks this week as well. I've seen both Jamie Mizrahi and Molly Dixon credited, which I think is interesting. So I'm curious to see who actually styled her for these looks. The Vogue article in the huge spread, and obviously we know now that she had the cover, which is like a whole thing. In the Vogue article, it does credit Jamie Mizrahi as consulting on her looks for the week, but I'm trying to remember where I thought, oh, you know what? I think it was in Puck. I think Lauren Sherman had originally credited Molly. I'd have to look back on that, but yeah, just really the Schiaparelli certainly was a weird choice. And then I can't remember, I think I saw like a pink thing that she was in that was like also weird. I just, again, money can't buy taste. And apparently,
okay, Luann de Seps.
yeah,
Money.
literally, straight up. But my issue, I think, is with the Vogue cover and spread. Louis Pisano, who is a really fun fashion follow, he also has a Substack that I read called Discoursed. Louis he's a fun Twitter follow. I saw recently posted, I think it was yesterday, something that like basically comparing the Bezos wedding to Kim and Kanye's wedding. And the way that the Bezos-Sanchez wedding sort of like almost copied the Kim and Kanye wedding in so many different aspects. Like, the Bachelorette in Paris was the same. The wedding in Italy was the same. They both had Bocelli sing and all of these certain things. But Louis had a really interesting take in that. And I agree with him here in that when Kim and Kanye got married, I mean, whatever you think about them aside, the internet and Instagram and social media was so young. So it really was like a wedding built for that, in the way we were also like growing as an internet culture. It just kind of like hit like at the apex of all of these things that we now know of today, and that honestly we're all fucking burnt out with.
Yeah.
And so now what's happening with the Bezos wedding, if this would have happened, back in 2014 or whatever, we may have been feeling a little bit different about it. But as consumers of media and culture and fashion, we know when we're being sold something. Right? It's like you can't really get anything past us anymore, because this is just the way that we live. And so to see Lauren Sanchez on the cover of Vogue magazine, it's like, babe, what is this? And to see everything that they've done in regards to the wedding and the media, and how the media is covering this wedding, especially the fashion media, it's like, just because they're rich doesn't mean that they're like again, like, sure, they have access to all of these designers and style and stylists, and she could probably wear whatever she wanted in the world, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that it's good or that it necessarily needs this kind of, like, I mean, I hate to say, like, positive coverage, because it's bad, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. So Tabitha Simmons is the one who styled Lauren Sanchez for the Vogue
For
cover, and she was the
yes,
one
for
who
the
put
shoot.
her in this Sophia Loren inspired gown. Yeah, I mean the discourse that's been going on with this wedding, it's been very interesting because Schiaparelli also, Schiaparelli is very quick to promote their clients, and we see it all the time when one of the gowns, because they're so special, right? It's like it's still the
Mm-hmm.
brand, the label of the moment. um they haven't said a peep about Lauren's dress, like nothing. They haven't said anything about it.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
you know, again, it's like but I think as a society, like the way that the media has conditioned us to consume is that, oh, people with money are more important, or like people with money, like
Yeah.
they know more than you do because of what money has given them. And it's like, no, like time and time and again, people with money are just you don't know their backstory. Like look at Renee Plant, going back to this Diana collector. More like
Yeah.
refinancing your home 4 times and asking people for money doesn't, like, that doesn't mean you're wealthy or you have it together. You know what I mean? It simply means that you know how to
Yeah.
pool money together. Um and yeah, I mean, it's also been very interesting to see who showed up to the wedding. Jerry Seinfeld was one of the
Mm-hmm.
guests. Sydney Sweeney was there.
Yeah, what? That was
What?
so. I was like, girl, why is she there?
Right, 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 right. But I mean, it's also, I mean, money will always travel in packs. Like, so it makes sense. Everyone's like, I don't know. I don't agree with people calling it the wedding of the century. I'm like, babe, no. There's there's
Ew.
there's a lot of other things going on that necessitate putting that
Yeah.
moniker on. It's like, this isn't. Yeah, but I'm like, okay, great. Like, what's next?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
also,
exactly. I'm like, thank God it's over. I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Like,
I feel like this news cover. I mean, I know now we're talking about it, right?
yeah, but I mean,
This will be the last.
there is a tie-in, and my main,
Yeah,
I was interested mostly just to see, yeah, like who went, what they wore, which nothing was like cool, or no one wore anything like different, or nothing really is. That's the thing, like nothing standing out from this wedding, and there were major fashion players that were there, and I
yeah,
was just sort of like, okay, and like her dress was fine and like whatever, but my mm, my main reason in wanting to talk about this is because if it wasn't the same day, it was back to back, in that the cover was released, and then we learned obviously that Anna Wintour is stepping down as editor of Vogue. So I was
yeah,
like, oh, is this, and let alone, as many of us understand the way that magazines and publications work, is that
yeah.
the thing is this cover was months in the making.
Uh-huh.
This was probably planned months ago, so I'd be really curious to see, maybe what, I'd be curious to know. I don't think we will see, or maybe we'll find out eventually, but what maybe the last actual cover
Right.
that Anna edited was, if this was the last. I'm like, wow, that's really telling, I think, in a way. But yeah, so basically, this cover comes out, everyone's up in arms or has something to say about it, and then Anna
Yeah.
Wintour is stepping down as editor in chief of Vogue magazine. And
I doubt
yeah,
I doubt this is Anna Wintour's last cover, because they're
yeah,
like, they're probably like, you know, they're always like 2 months ahead.
Exactly.
Like magazines are, they're like, businesses are already in 2026, you know?
100%.
But
Like the September issue is probably already done.
it's already done. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so, but I was reading about, it's very interesting because I was at the auction, and you know the gavel sounded, sold for like $525,000, this fucking dress, right? And I
Oh my
like
God.
I'm on IG, and then like I start seeing, and someone sent me this news, right? This like IG story that Anna Wintour was stepping down as editor-in-chief of Vogue, and then everyone started sounding the alarms, right? Like, what does this mean? It's a bit convoluted because she's not really retiring or like stepping down from Condé Nast in general. She'll still be in charge of like content or like overseeing, you know, who's doing what. But what she's doing is that she's making sure that there will never be another one like her, you know, like there will never be another editor-in-chief of Vogue. Like, that's it. She was the last one, you know, and the role in itself is being retired. She's not retiring. The role is.
Oh,
you
it
know?
is.
Yeah. Because
okay.
there are several accounts of like again, I love the Prophet Pizza, Tashjian.
Rachel Tashjian,
Rachel Tashjian. She wrote an article for the Washington Post where she says, you know, the fashion editor lifestyle, the glitz and the glamour of it is no longer like people that work in magazines do not live like that. Like, they don't. You know what I mean? That is like an 80s, early 90s bygone era of like, you know, the Andre Leon Talley, like the Carine, you know, for Vogue France, Vogue Paris, like that was that, you know. Now, you know, and I mean it's very telling too, like Anna Wintour stepping down because of the way that, you know, like magazines are like going the way of the dodo. Like, when was the last time you picked up a magazine? You know, like when was the last time you like actively went and like wanted to purchase a magazine to read and to find out? And I mean, it's Vogue had its heyday. It still has a name. People still look to Vogue
definitely
as a, you know, news source, and to like, you know, promote the who's who in fashion. But it absolutely does not have the same weight it did when it was like, you know, shaping the way people were actually consuming, you know, in like the 90s, even like the early 2000s, you know. And I mean, I think it's very smart of Anna Wintour to step down like that, you know, to step aside and let other people, you know, fill in. Like, there, we have to hear. So I'm curious to see how Vogue evolves, you know, like the break between the standard of what Vogue was and the like, I think, and the way it tried to be relatable to people, it's always been Anna Wintour. You know, it's like when they suggested to her, like, you know, she would never take photographs with anyone. She would never smile. They told her, you know, hey, like, if you want people to look at your magazine still and you as a relevant cultural figure, this is what you'll have to do to appease people, you know? And and I mean, for how, you know, we are like, I think something central that you and I talk about a lot is, how do you separate the art from the artist, right? How do you separate
from the artist?
Right? It's like, whether or not you like Anna Wintour, whether or not you read Vogue, you can't deny its influence in fashion and what Anna Wintour, you know,
definitely,
and what Anna Wintour did in 1988 with her first Vogue cover ever.
Yeah. I saw this thing. I was just going to say, I saw this thing, which I thought was, it was basically like, whatever. Personally, I think she was at the role for way too long. I think this is I think she should have stepped down a long time ago, or at least, sort of figured out a way, because culturally, yeah, I mean, Vogue just isn't what it was. And that, I mean, obviously this happens and in business and in culture and whatever, but there's almost like, it almost feels like passé in a way, even though it does have, I mean, the strongest brand name in fashion media, obviously. Like, you don't hear anyone really talking about, Town and Country or even like Bazaar in the same way, obviously, as Vogue. Like, Vogue is like the one.
Yeah.
But I did see this thing, and everyone was like, "Oh God, like it's been a long time coming. Like, this should have happened, whatever." Like, literally what I'm just saying. But this person, I think it was a TikToker. I don't really do reels, so it must have been TikTok, where this person basically was like, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, because we really need to celebrate everything that Anna did, and what a huge like impact she had on fashion media when she took over Vogue. And something that I understand. I mean, we talk about, in regards to her first cover with the Christian Lacroix sweatshirt and the Guess jeans and what, like, we talk about that outfit a lot and how like cool that was, that she like, it just felt so cool and casual and like fresh. But what this person was pointing out was, back in the day in the 80s, fashion covers specifically, everything was in a studio. It was tight on a model's face. It was, there weren't even really any actors on covers at that point. We've discussed this before on the pod, but the introduction of celebrity, which Anna was a huge proponent of, etc. But what is so kind of cool about that cover, and then the covers after that Anna really brought, is getting the models and the looks out of the studio and putting them on the street, putting them in the park, getting, basically just opening up the cover, and like obviously like lenses, etc., but basically just like almost like opening up the concept of fashion to the masses. And it almost in a way like felt like a little more inclusive in a way, because those covers were, not so tight. They were open. It was, the shoots just felt like way more fresh.
Yeah.
But going back to it's just like, I saw the announcement come in and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Anna's retiring, blah, blah." And I was like, babe, she is not retiring. I was like, she's letting go of her position as editor at Vogue. She is still chief global content officer. Yeah. And in the same way, right, like last episode when we were discussing the costume design for, like a Ryan Murphy project, where, any costume designer now that's brought in has to answer to Lou Ayrick as, the like fashion or style producer EP on his shows. That's essentially what's happening at Vogue, because Anna oversees all content at all Condé Nast publications. So the new editor of Vogue is reporting to her. Vanity Fair, I think they're still working on figuring out who's going to take over that editor-in-chief position. So it's like, she's still overseeing everything. She is not retired. She is the Bob. She is the one. And it's just sort of like, who's going to want to do that? Especially now, because, you were so right that, magazines aren't what they are, right? And as an editor, sure, you're seeing the publication, you're overseeing the publication and the shoots and the da-da-da. You're also trying to meet advertiser expectations. You're trying to run a YouTube channel. You're trying to figure out and like coordinate with Vogue Runway. And there's all these little other aspects of the job that the job title almost like doesn't even explain like what it actually is. Do you know? So
Yeah.
I'm really, really curious to see who is going to take the position because,
Well,
there have been some names that have been sort of shared and sprinkled around the community of like, oh, like who should it be, or is it going to be Stella Bugbee from The Cut, or should Samira Nasser from Bazaar come over, or is it going to be somebody,
Eva
Nicole
Chen.
Phelps, who's at Vogue Runway, Eva Chen, but Eva won't do it because I mean the amount of money she makes at Instagram,
Yeah, Meta.
there's no way. And like even
Yeah.
for Samira Nasser to come over from Bazaar, sure your Vogue is a bigger brand than Bazaar is, but still she's going to be reporting to Anna. So it's like who's going to want to? I don't know. I'm really really curious to see who's going to want to step in.
I know
It's like that same thing like we were talking about last week.
Anna Wintour has to have some Virgo in her placement. I swear.
Oh my god, babe, pull up the chart. Who's got it?
I've tried already.
Who's got the chart
I
on the bob?
I've tried to look up the date. I mean, I know her date of birth because we share it, November 3rd. But I'm like,
oh my god, that's right.
yeah, we're both Scorpios.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I've always tried to look up like what time were you born? Because I need to see this birth chart. I need
We
to
need
see
the
the
full.
moon. I need to
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
like
I'm sure someone has done that on her. Somebody's got to have done it.
but I love what you said, right? It's like what does the role even entail? Like it sounds so convoluted for something that's probably very I don't want to call it simple, but it
Yeah.
like why is it shrouded in mystery? Like why, I on baseline though, I read something like someone leaked this information that the magazines are broke. There's no money,
Yeah.
so
There's no money.
it it's like a way of making people work without giving them the proper job title, and as
Yeah.
I learned in corporate America, in the United States, climbing the ranks, you have to have a title that's attached to that. If there isn't, anyone can walk all over you. Like names are very important in the United States. Like I learned that when I was at Westwood. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. By the way, the Vanity Fair top editor, I remember seeing who is being appointed to that role. His name is Mark Juid. I don't know how to say his last name. Juiducci. Juiducci. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, I forgot that had been announced. I'm remembering now. Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Juiducci and he comes from Vogue. So it'll be someone that I think it'll be probably someone that works at Vogue that will step in, but like step into what? You know what I mean? It's like what are you possibly going to restructure? It's like reinventing the wheel. Like I think right now I want to know how they make money. I'm always that's like my biggest curiosity. Like how do you guys make money? Where's your money coming from?
I know. Yeah.
So, because so many magazines have already.
Yeah, I'd heard a rumor that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, because because so many magazines have already folded, literally.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Are you kidding? Yeah. I mean, like, what's even left? But yeah, I mean, I'd heard a rumor that Will Welch was interested in, and that maybe he might be going over from GQ. But I was like, why? It's a lateral move, and it's like not. I don't know. I was like, there's no way. And then I'd heard the Eva Chen thing, and I was like, give me a break. Like, no way. Like she's no. And the access and everything that she has. She's already on the board of CFDA. She's already, it's like that. It'd be a step down, I think, at this point for her, probably salary wise, and but yeah, I don't know. It might be somebody, who we don't even know. It might just be somebody at Vogue who, people like working with, or it could be, like an editor or something like that, might not be as well known in culture, I guess. But yeah, we'll find out. I don't know.
We'll have
It's
to
pretty
see.
interesting. The
Yeah.
end of an era ish, not really, but yeah,
Yeah.
title wise, yes.
Well, it's like I'm reminded of a quote by Pierre Cardin. Artists don't retire; they die.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
creatives don't retire. It's like I feel like creatives just age differently. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I'm like, in order to make money, you have to be creative. Like it's and what
Mm-hmm.
going back to what you were saying about Anna Wintour and the way she made fashion accessible. You could definitely see the symbolism between that. Like you can draw the parallel between that statement and the first Vogue cover. It's like you democratizing
Mm-hmm.
couture. How do you do that? It's like, oh, throw some jeans
Yeah.
on it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's literally the high low, and then I
Mm-hmm.
think Anna Wintour is the product of the perfect storm, and
Yeah.
we'll see what that looks like for us moving into the future, because social media still reigns supreme, and I feel that social media
Mm-hmm.
has democratized the way that we consume information. And it's like social media has dismantled all of these figures that we used to look up to, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like it's evident in the way that people dress, in the way that people mock others. It's like it's I don't know, it's
Mm-hmm.
very interesting. And I was telling the girls, Priscilla and Sophia, I'm like, gosh, I hate how it's just like we've been conditioned to want to see something new every hour on the hour,
Yeah.
and Jonathan Anderson's Dior, it's like, all right, well, that's yesterday's news. What else? And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, you know so, but hey,
I
there will
know.
always be content. People will always be making
There's
content.
always going to be, and there's always going to be something for us to talk about.
Of course, of course, of course. But yeah, I think
Oh my
those were the
God.
topics that I wanted to discuss this on this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
week for sure.
for this week, yeah. Every time I'm like, oh, what are we
Yeah.
going to
Oh my
talk about
gosh.
next time? I'm like, no, there's a lot going on. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
And
see.
it's
The
like you
next
can't really even like plan for it. It's got to be like, again, like you said, it's just like, oh, like that's like old news. So there's always something to talk about. But
Yup.
yeah, it's we can't plan for it. It's like we just gotta
Mm-mm.
like take it as it is and what hits what we want to chat about on a Sunday morning.
Next thing, yeah, I know. I think everyone's eager to see what Blasi is gonna do for Chanel, and that we'll see what
Yeah.
that looks like.
Oh, I think we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. The program that we use has been a little finicky today, but yeah. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. We are. Johnny just texted me and he said Riverside was like, "That's enough yapping." But yeah, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll catch you next week. Okay.